And now time for a special investigative series on your behalf.
Tonight, our On Your Behalf unit begins the first of a four-part series about rip-off artists using the U.S. mail service to deliver fraudulent goods and to collect COD charges from unsuspecting victims. It seems Minnesotans are reluctant to believe that some things are really too good to be true. So tonight, Neil has chosen to communicate that through the universal language, music. Right?
Right.
Oh, no.
First, though, I'd like to make it clear that this series is not about mail carriers. We have no complaints regarding mail carriers. They operate within certain laws and guidelines, but we do feel that COD laws in America need to be examined for possible changes. Here are several reasons why.
Just the other day, the telephone rang, much to my surprise. The voice on the phone said, "Is that you? Well, you have won a prize." I said to myself, "Who is this guy?" Then I cleared my throat and I spoke. I said, "Mister, I don't even know you. Is this some kind of a joke?" And he said, "Congratulations, you have been selected to receive a Clearwater Sports fishing boat and motor, or an exciting motorized Malibu spa, or an exquisite gem collection, or a large-screen console TV." I was so happy I wanted to scream. My own fishing boat was like a dream. In my neighborhood, I would be a star, the only one with a motorized spa. Invest those gems, that's a real good bet. Imagine a big screen TV set. I said to the man, "This can't be free. Just how much is this costing me?" And he said, "To help cut our promotion costs, there is a small fee. Your prize will be mailed to you, COD." I said to myself, it's too good to be true. I was confused.
My goodness.
What should I do? Let's see if it's sent to me, COD. My trusty mailman will bring it to me. I trust my mailman. I see him every day. I know my mailman won't rip me off. He's made in the USA. Diddly-boop, diddly-boop. Weeks went by and sure enough, my mailman came to my house with my stuff. And just like the man on the phone said to me, it came COD. Now I had to pay before I could peep. Then before I could peep, he jumped back in his Jeep and he left me standing there with this little bitty box. I was in despair. It's not a big screen TV set in a spot this size. You couldn't get wet. I know it's not a fishing boat. If these are gems, that's all she wrote. I've been had, ripped off. Somebody took that advantage of me. I feel sad. I've been had. Now I'm mad. Tell me, how can this be? Now I heard of a whole lot of rip-offs, but this one takes the cake. You mean to say that my mailman took my money and gave me a fake? I don't believe it. I trust my mailman. I see him every day. I know my mailman won't rip me off. He's made in the USA. Diddly-boop, diddly-boop. Should I call my BBB? Should I check with the state AG? Congressman, senator, whomever you be, somebody please help me.
Tomorrow night we begin with Real Victims. We'll show you how victims are duped into paying inflated COD charges for what amounts to actually humorous junk. Tomorrow night at 10, right here.
You got my attention.
Well, I hope we can hold it for the rest of the week, because I'll be here through Friday night.
Okay,
All
good,
right.
Neil. Thank you.
Well, much more ahead, though. Tonight on The Update, we've expanded...
Conco sells good shoes and boots, cheap.
We hope you didn't miss the news last night, because we had a really interesting report. Neil Murray, on your behalf, started a four-part series about COD ripoffs with song.
Yeah, and tonight, some victims sing the blues, so to speak, to show how easy it is for rip-off artists to use the Postal Service while taking advantage of us. And now here's Neil with part 2 of COD fraud.
Thank you, Bob. Tonight we'll hear and see the true stories of two local area residents. One contacted on your behalf before the sting, the other we heard about after. Rick Talbot thought he had won this past summer. At least, that's what a man told him over the telephone. But Rick felt a ripoff was looming in the air. And here are the symptoms. Rick knew that he had never entered a contest sponsored by a company called American Consumer International. 2 days after the first call, Rick was called again and told that the company had run out of TV sets and would instead send him a cashier's check for $1,400, the supposed value of this TV set. Then the clincher. Rick was told the check would be delivered to him COD. Still in doubt, he contacted On Your Behalf. We met him at the Egan Post Office where the package was waiting.
To pick it up, I'm supposed to give $98.05 cash.
COD, $98 up front.
Right. To pick up a $1,400 supposed check.
Let's go look in this envelope.
Okay.
On Your Behalf provided Rick with the $98.
20, 40, 60, 80, 95, and 3 is 98.
What is it? Doesn't look like a check.
No, it doesn't look like a check. It looks like certificate of ownership.
Ripped off. Somebody took advantage of me.
This certificate of ownership upon redemption entitles the bearer to receive a collection of gemstones whose retail value, including appraisal, is no less than $300 nor in excess of $10,000.
The old valuable gem scam. We've shown you this one before, offered by other shysters. The gems are cheap, and they too would be mailed COD. No need for us to waste more money on this one. Another victim, Lenore Johnson, found out the hard way. A company called American Business persuaded her to order some ink pens for her video store. As a bonus, she was told she won a prize, a beautiful Malibu spa with a redwood finish, supposedly worth $2,000.
I said, well, don't ship it here to the store because I wouldn't be able to get it home.
It went to the store anyway, and after Lenore paid $378, she went right to the Minnesota Better Business Bureau, and they told On Your Behalf about it. United with the BBB, we set out to compare this Malibu spa with an authentic spa.
I've got it, Neil. Here's
Check it out.
$2,000 spa with the redwood finish. Right here. Now we need the pump.
What is this here? What is this here?
To save time, we used an air compressor. You need some help with that motor?
Well, I think I can handle it all on my own here.
Where is it?
Here it is. Look at the size of that baby. Oh.
On Your Behalf provided a battery.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, here goes. But where's the water?
I think in all fairness, we should have someone get in the pool. Can you feel the action from the water?
No.
How about now?
Neil, there's a spa that you can buy for about $2,000.
A real $2,000 spa.
That's it.
Look at the water action in that one compared to the water action in this one. That's ridiculous.
Ripped off. Somebody took advantage of me.
Seriously, I would say that anybody that falls for it's going to get hurt, and they shouldn't let it tempt them, because they're not going to get their money's worth at all. As a matter of fact, they'll lose.
That's a fact. Tomorrow night, we will see 3 daring men attempt to go fishing in what was advertised as a 3-man fishing boat. Actually, the fish were in the boat, and I might add, tomorrow night, we'll be doing something about this on Good Company, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, thanks, Neil. Speaking of money matters of a more legitimate sort, there was a new record. For the past couple of nights, Neil Murray, On Your Behalf, has been showing us how simple it is, really simple, for crooked businesses to take advantage of consumers by using the U.S. Postal Service.
Cindy, tonight in part 3 of this 4-part series, the COD ripoff becomes a bit more exciting as 3 men attempt to use a so-called prize fishing boat on Lake Minnetonka. Neil Murray joins us on your behalf.
Yes, Bob.
You're one of the 3, I bet.
I am one of the 3 this time. Fishing on Lake Minnetonka can be fun, though it was not this time. But first, we learned about a woman who contacted On Your Behalf before she was stung. Patricia Sund, manager of a local area malt shop, contacted On Your Behalf right after she received a strange telephone call this past summer. Bottom line, everything sounded too good to be true. A man from an organization called Western Catalog told her,
you'd either want a trip to the Caribbean on the Pacific Princess and $5,000 check spending money, or you've won a 25-inch diagonal color television set, or you've won a VCR with a camera.
Patricia was to pay $69.50 COD to receive a voucher that she could redeem locally. Actually, On Your Behalf paid the $69.50 COD to prove to everyone it is too good to be true.
All right, I want a video recorder.
Not quite, Patricia. The company sent you a simple sketch of a VCR. No brand name was even mentioned. How was she to get it? That, too, would supposedly be shipped COD. We dropped that one. A look at another case in Wayzata. Fred Royal received a phone call from a United Federal distributor saying he had won a nice 3-man Mariner 3000 fishing boat. Instantly, Fred started to dream. He ended up paying $250 COD.
Yes, the tax, gift tax that they were charging for it, I felt I really had quite an expensive item.
Well, here it is. Turned out to be a plastic inflatable raft that you can buy locally for about $50. It had a plastic motor, plastic oars, but what the heck? We went down to Lake Minnetonka for some serious fishing. After all, you can't go wrong with a 3-man fishing boat complete with electric inboard motor. Or can you?
Oh, it's leaking. Hold it. Oh, no. Is it really?
It's leaking? Okay, that's okay. Power source coming in.
I'll hold this with our heavy...
Hold on to those, Admiral.
Hold it now. Wait a second. Yeah, somebody else has to operate this battery because I can't...
Now, watch what happens to our propeller.
The best bass fishing. Hold it. Wait a second. All right, we got it. Oh, the battery, though.
The motor fell into the water.
What happened?
We lost our propeller.
The shaft fell off.
I think we've all been shafted, really.
Well, how are you going to steer us now? How can we get that shaft? Well, wait a minute. I've got oars. Got another one? I've got oars here. Yeah, but we need that prop. Could it have gone? We'll get out there where the best is.
We lost our motor.
No, I'm fine. We don't need a motor.
How with 3 people fishing
What's
here?
The water? No, the water's coming in. Well, that's power. All right, I got it. Hold it. All right.
Is this a real fishing boat?
I'm getting wet. All right, are we out there?
Okay, this is a lifesaver. Oh, help! Actually, the only fishing we did was in search of our propeller. Persistence paid off, so we stuck it back on the boat just to see what it would have done. Not much.
Now I heard of a whole lot of rip-offs, but this one takes the cake. You mean to say that my mailman took my money and gave me a fake? I don't believe it.
Every local business in Minnesota at some point during the next 12 months is going to be the target of one of these schemes, and there is a way to stop it.
Now, the way Minnesotans have been responding to these rip-off artists, there'll probably be many more victims. So on everybody's behalf, we went to Washington, D.C. to request an investigative look into America's current COD system. Now, many there greeted us with welcome arms, the others with closed minds. Tomorrow, they'll each have their say right here at 10 o'clock.
But right now, those people can't be touched? That sent that stuff out?
We've got to change the law. We could touch them one at a time, but there are too many rip-offs.
Or tomorrow night. But still ahead in this broadcast, Take 5 with Jason Davis, who went...
Anything more. For the past 3 nights, On Your Behalf has both entertained and educated us regarding rip-offs through COD.
And tonight, on everybody's behalf, Neil talks with some shakers and movers in our nation's capital in an effort to have something done to put a stop to these COD rip-offs. Here is Neil Murray on your behalf.
Yes, Cindy, some people in D.C. welcomed us with open arms and others with closed minds. We'll let them all talk after this quick recap on who got ripped off and how. There was no $1,400 cashier's check, as had been promised in Jim Talbot's package. It cost him $98 COD just to find that out. Patricia's son did not receive a free gift voucher she was told she could redeem locally. She only received a sketch of a VCR. And this certainly is not a Malibu spa with a redwood finish. It still cost Lenore Johnson $378. And this unsafe contraption certainly is not a 3-man fishing boat complete with electric motor. It still cost Fred Royal $250 COD. How do the shysters get away with it? Overly simple. They usually send the packages COD which requires you, the receiver, to pay before you can peep. And after that, the mailman cannot give you your money back. The post office takes your money and pays off the rip-off artist who sent you the package. That all usually takes place within a couple of days. What a deal for the shysters.
So if somehow the customer had the opportunity to open the package before making payment, that would eliminate this particular fraud. It just wouldn't work.
Graham also suggests a system where you could dispute a COD payment, the same way you can dispute a charge on your credit card. Does the Minnesota Better Business Bureau agree that there should be a serious investigative look into our current COD system here in America?
Absolutely.
Minnesota Attorney General Skip Humphrey agrees. The attorneys general across the nation have a proposed COD fraud resolution.
Well, we're submitting the resolution, the Attorney's General resolution, to Congress. We're discussing with congressmen how we can best approach the change in the regulations and in the statutes regarding COD delivery.
What are the possibilities that something will be done?
Well, I hope that we can get something done even yet this year.
Approximately 18,000 postal inspectors are protecting us from COD fraud, rip-off through the mails in America. Yet the list of victims is growing. We came to Washington to find out why. First stop, Assistant Chief Postal Inspector of the United States.
What I'm telling you is it's not a simple problem that can be solved overnight. In other words, someone cannot come in to us and suggest that we can solve all these problems by changing this COD system right now, today. The COD system may take some time, particularly if there's a change in the rate structure.
You're not implying that I'm trying to get you to change it overnight. I mentioned I've been doing this for 12 years and nothing has changed and more people are still being ripped off.
We have a problem. I recognize that that is a problem, and it is allowing a very small percentage of the overall COD business, people that are involved in the in fraudulent operations. It is a means for them to get their money. I understand that.
The Direct Marketing Association, Incorporated, represents the many reputable businesses across America which conduct much of their business through the U.S. mails. Its president, Jonah Gitlitz.
Well, as I said, the problem with monkeying around the COD mechanism
now, don't say monkeying around. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of Americans who pay taxes.
The problem with it is that the COD mechanism is, for the most part, a great help to consumers.
And you don't think any of it can be changed to stop the crooks from using it?
I'd have to think about it more, very honestly.
Do you agree that it should be looked at?
Oh, absolutely.
Minnesota Congressman Jerry Sikorsky.
We're going to be focusing on the aspect of that, of how the mails are used by these criminals, and then put the pressure on the Postal Service to put a stop to it.
The wheels are now turning, and through Congressman Sikorsky's office, plans are in the works for subcommittee hearings regarding COD ripoffs. On your behalf, we'll be there to testify and to report on your behalf.
Meanwhile, what's your recommendation? Just do not accept any of these fantastic offers?
I'm not you familiar with the company you're dealing with. If they call you on the telephone and say, you have won, hang up. Hang up. I know it's difficult for Minnesotans, but hang up.
All right. Thanks, Neil.
Cindy, overseas tonight in South Africa.